Welcome everyone to another evening of War and Peace. I believe we're in a not peaceful moment.
I can't see
we're in the war
anything. I'm
part.
legally blind.
It's a little bit more warlike. Apropos
Moderately
of nothing.
warlock.
Apropos of
warlike.
nothing, we also enter month 3 of Russia's illegal invasion of the Ukraine. This will get this episode banned on multiple channels. So anyways, back to the matter at hand.
Hey, yo, down with the Red King.
Yeah, what happened last week, the party was captured by stone giants who blocked their exit into the caverns and their escape. Everyone was brought with, except for Reika, who managed to escape into the tunnels and is now at large. During their walk, being perp-walked by the stone giants back towards the Quiet Sister, the large solitary mountain in the middle of the foggy vale, Brightleaf revealed that she had, with her belt, managed to get her longbow, her rapier, and one of her daggers back, and asked if she should, dip to come back and save the party later. And was given the go-ahead, and because she's really, really sneaky, did so. Party continued. Thrown into a cavern with the exit blocked by a large boulder. Those assembled kind of sat for about 5 minutes, and then came and decided to make a deal with the vampire lord inside his ring. And while doing so, upset Bron, who had been seething over Caimen's usage of the ring earlier, thinking that it probably is the reason that one of their horses died, and probably the reason that the giants got really upset with them. And he may or may not be right about that. In any case, the two had conflict, beef, as some would call it. Bolts were thrown, blasts of eldritch energy, there was some fighting, there was some whispering, and someone saw something moving around behind the ice and in the water. Caimen decided to poison the water, poison the well, as it were, to try and kill anything that might be, assailing them from the depths. And in so doing, inadvertently poisoned two of his friends as the water splashed up and coated them, blinding them after several moments. Then the party decided to break the ice in order to, I guess, reach the creature that they saw swimming around behind it, and broke the ice, and much water is now filling the sealed chamber. The water is rising quickly. There is less and less room for the party to maneuver as the water rises quickly. Drone, blinded, managed to throw his hammer and really, really do some damage to the boulder and budge it just barely at the top of the where there's now a small crack out to the fresh air. But other than that, the boulder is still mostly in place. And the water is gushing out and filling the room, and there is less and less breathable air. There's an opening and all, but in any case, we go back to turn order now with one of the last things that I believe happened was as the party maneuvered. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. As the party maneuvered to the northwest corner of the cave where the exit is and away from the southeast corner of the cave where the water is gushing out of the broken ice wall to fill what used to be a water pond, but is now most of the chamber. You all saw, so I think some of you saw, who, let me see the perception real quick, go back up. Into last week. Cabbage, who is no longer here, and Kleeck, who is currently here, both saw a tentacled shape fall out of the broken ice with the water and into the water. However, with those uber plus 20 rolls, they also noticed that no specific splash was made by the tentacled creature as it moved into the water. And we're back live with Leon.
I'm blind as a motherfucker.
What do you do? Blind as you are.
Humphrey was pulling me away.
Yes, he is. He's absolutely pulling you. He's guiding you along with his little Humphrey hands.
I got this. Kid's gonna get killed. Where are we going? Who has me? What is this?
Humphrey's gotcha. Humphrey's gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha.
Okay.
Come along this way.
Okay, I'm gonna keep wandering.
All right, you can move. We'll say you're grappling each other, so you can both move half speed. He pulled you 15 feet on his turn. You can pull him 15 feet on your turn. So I'll move both of you. Oh, geez, I done grabbed the whole map. So I'm gonna Control Z that real quick. I don't want to do that.
The caves, the walls are shifting. Oh no.
Okay, so I'll just say you move together. You're now Humphrey is now handling both Drone and Leon. He's handling two blind people. All right. Anything else you want to do on your turn? Or you just walk in and trying to not vomit inside your mask as you panic.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like be staggering about. Okay, fuck it.
Okay. Anyone who notices Leon, which is probably only going to be Humphrey at this point, will see panicked-looking smoke shapes coming out of his mask. As Caimen's turn begins, the cave rumbles and a small rock is dislodged from the ceiling and strikes him in the head, and he is unconscious.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me!
No.
Over to Bron.
Of course he'd fall he'd end up going down to something that simple. It's very him.
Oof. Oof.
Fucking fire, bro.
Oh shit! All right, I'm gonna turn to Kleeck, and I'm gonna pull up a pickaxe out of my pack. I'm gonna hand it to you, Kleeck, and I'm just gonna say, start fucking hacking away at that
Get to
wall over
work.
there.
I will nod frantically.
I'm gonna hesitantly just kind of, god damn it, I'm gonna grab onto Caimen, and we're gonna drag him towards the stone wall here.
All right, you can move half speed unless. Well, let me look at his weight with stuff. Carry weight, drag weight. Yeah, it's probably half speed. So if you're dragging in that direction, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I'll have him right there.
All
He's
right.
not too heavy. He actually seems lighter than he was when.
Lighter than he was on the what?
When you met him.
Almost
Almost as if he's wasting away a little bit. So that's your movement, and I guess you still have an action and such, and you still have a bonus action.
It costed nothing to hand Kleeck the pickaxe and take it out.
I'll say okay. Yeah, no, I'll say that. What is it normally to draw a weapon?
Free action.
Okay, what is it to get a weapon out of your pack?
Probably an action, to be quite honest.
I know
Okay.
that if you drop a weapon, take a weapon out.
Reaction.
It's free.
Yeah, the pickaxe isn't a weapon that you had on you to draw in that way. You had to like get it out of your stuff. So I'd say it probably makes sense that it was an action then to like get it out, hand it to Kleeck, then also grab Caimen and drag him. So yeah, I'd say that's probably your turn then.
No, I still got my bonus action, bro.
Well, yeah, no, I mean other than yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna attack with my spiritual weapon.
Roll the hit. I mean, it's like, can you hit it? Can you hit the rock, the gigantic boulder? Can you hit it?
This is the part where we remind ourselves that AC also has to do with the toughness to actually deal effective damage.
You miss. You miss the rock. No. Your blades, which are spinning around in this crazy windmill, seem to lose a little bit of steam and hit up against something a little denser inside the stone.
But it's a sound indicator for me.
What's inside that stone?
Damn.
See, Bunny, I'm awake enough to emote. Kleeck, over to you.
I have a pickaxe.
Get to work, Burb.
Yeah,
we
that's
need-
pretty
we
much
need
what it's going
someone
to come
get some
down to.
music.
Yes, someone music up.
I'll open up my YouTube. My internet is working well today.
Excellent.
What is the I don't know what the damage for a pickaxe would be, or a war pick. How should I be rolling this? Should I be rolling this like an attack roll at all?
It would be tools, technically.
Yeah, because a standard pickaxe is a tool, but if I'm using it as a weapon, I can
Let
roll
me-
athletics. I can
let
make
me
a strength.
let me ask you this, Kleeck. Are you trained in mining tools or mining?
No.
Or are you trained in masonry or stonework or anything that a pickaxe is used for as a tool other than a weapon?
That's
does
like the
Kleeck as a
complete opposite of
character-
anything I would be familiar with.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So you're probably going to be rolling raw attacks because you're hitting it with a pickaxe, not knowing like necessarily, oh, this is how I use leverage and where I attack the point of weakness, and you're not thinking about. Roll intelligence. I don't know. Roll an intelligence check.
Pointy end, go to stone.
Pointy end, go to stone. Roll your attacks. You get 2 of them. You are an attacker.
I'm using unarmed strike because it's the only like strength thing I got.
Yeah. That first one will hit.
All right. I don't know how much damage would this be doing. Should it be like a war pick where it's like I think that's a D8?
It's D8 plus strength. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hey,
Does
I
it
have
click
D8s.
like
Hey, max damage at least.
Heavy damage. Yeah. You strike at it and you take out a sizable chunk of the boulder. Where are you on this rock? Like, are you towards the top where there's a little bit of a crack? Are you towards the bottom?
I would be aiming for wherever seems to be like the most damage. So if the top is crumbling, yeah, I'm aiming to open up that top.
It's less that it's crumbling and more that the boulder made it budge enough that it rolled backwards a little bit and created a small amount of space for an opening. Like when you crack a door, it's like the door isn't broken, it's just slightly open. You can't get through the opening, but it is slightly open now, sort of thing. So if you were near the top hitting it with a pickaxe, you see a chunk come off, which kind of makes that particular part of the opening a little wider, but it's still not enough for you to get through.
If it's progress, it's progress.
It's progress. You figure that if you get another couple chunks like this, you might be able to squeeze your way out. You, a small bird that can fly. Because it's up high. But that's your attack, that's your movement. Do you have a bonus?
I don't need to use second wind, so no.
Drone, I have a D8 for fist. Should I punch it? No, use the sledgehammer that you're trained with.
That deals extra damage to objects?
Nah.
All right. Kleeck, that's you. Unless you have something else. No, then we're over
Nope, that'd be
to Drone, Sir Blind.
Okay, I'm listening to all the chink chink sounds. Plus, now that my hammer's away from me, I can follow the tether to be right next to it.
Indeed.
So I will get here, find my hammer, and say, here I go. And I'm at disadvantage because I'm blind, right?
You are in fact a disadvantage because you're blind.
That's another double roll.
Does that? Unfortunately, that misses. It's
I missed.
super close. Super close.
Can I still use a charge because it's not technically a miss?
What's the text for charges? Does it say on a hit, or does it say when you use it, or?
Well, you said I missed, but I assume I hit. I just don't do damage.
Well, there's also the difference between a mechanical hit and,
Yeah,
hitting.
It'd be
may
like if you
expend
hit it, but you're not able to hit it well enough to even do the discharge. So yeah, it's like does it say on a hit, or does it say on an attack?
Technically, it says you may expend a charge as a free action while using Shooter Star to make an attack.
Oh,
Creatures
to
are-
make an attack. So you made an attack. You can expend a charge as a free action. That's the text. I'm being literal here. I don't think
Alright,
it.
then
I mean, it thematically, maybe it makes more sense that you can only expend them when you hit something, like it has to connect and then go boom.
Okay, also, because I've been forgetting to do this, since Dron's a sorcerer and he doesn't know magical incantation, he's just gonna say, shock! And he's gonna whack it with the shock.
All right.
Hit it with the shocky end.
And it needs to, that rock needs to make a con save.
Is it going to fall over otherwise?
Yeah, it's gonna fall prone. If it falls
wow.
prone, then we can squeeze through.
That's...
Because that's how that works.
What's the DC for the con save?
It's 15.
Oh, it passed.
Dang.
Yeah, Boulder's got high con.
Does
Just-
it take the 4 thunder damage then?
It does, and it's doubled. Because
So
it's a boulder, and it's a structure, and your hammer deals double damage to structures, so...
8 damage.
It deals 8 damage as the thunder rolls through the boulder, which doesn't fall prone, but the boulder's looking at you menacingly with its boulder eyes.
This sign won't stop me because I can't see.
Thank you, DW.
Alright, that's my turn.
You also literally can't see.
All right. Let's see. At the top of the order, something's doing something somewhere.
It's an angry fish. Look out.
All right. And then, that'll do that. And Humphrey will continue to guide Leon over to the... Oh, geez, why does that keep happening? All right, I'll just shift-click. That's way smarter. All right, he's going to take you over to Bron. That'll be his turn, and we are over to Leon. It's your turn.
Look at us living with the consequences of our actions.
Look at us sowing. Look at us reaping.
Crinkle,
I can agree with the plastic.
crinkle, crinkle.
I'm disagreeing with the plastic. I'm having
crunchy.
trouble getting it open to get the chips inside.
Cease the crunch.
Leon, over to you.
Is the door open yet? Please tell me it's open.
Unfortunately, it is not open.
You're blind. You don't know.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
It's not open yet.
Is there a thing? Is the thing from the water still there?
I don't think anyone killed the thing in the water yet.
Hey, wait. Now that we've got at least a hole peeking the outside, we won't drown in here at least, because the water will flow out.
That is seldom comfort.
But that just means that we're trapped in here mostly filled with water with a giant aquatic enemy.
You're the definition of seldom comfort, but thank you, Kleeck.
How about y'all stop yapping and start doing something?
I'm trying!
I can't see you trying, I'm sorry.
He says as he continues to swing his hammer at the rock. You gonna try anything, or are you just gonna pass for now?
I can't do anything.
Fair. That's fair.
Do I have like... I have to see to do it. Yeah! Yeah, okay. Pass?
Bron, over to you.
I'm just gonna put Caimen down and look at Humphrey and be like, watch over this one. I'm gonna come over to the wall.
I got it.
I'm gonna see if I can squeeze myself in here next time.
You can. Your spiritual weapon can just float up 5 feet. Like it's not a big deal. So I'll put it right here. It doesn't matter.
Alright.
We know what it's doing.
I'm going to pull out my sledgehammer then.
Oh. Do
And
it.
I'm gonna start whacking this wall with it.
Multi.
But you just have a sledgehammer that wasn't taken?
Yeah. A pickaxe is that I have a lot of shit actually.
So straight up, I asked you all what you put in the pile. I didn't say like, you know, you lose all your equipment. I said, what do you put in the pile?
I put
And
nothing.
you told me what you put in the pile, right? And then I asked what you kept, and then you told me what you kept. So it's a little bit of, yeah, you have a sledgehammer. They were like, oh, sledgehammer, probably not an issue, if they even saw it, right? But they did see your spears and longbows, and they did see like Drone's big hammer, but they couldn't do anything. So, anyways, you have a sledgehammer. Swing away.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of roll I should use with it.
Let's
Like
go
a
maul.
hammer or
Isn't
maul?
isn't that
Alright.
isn't that what it would? Is a maul bigger than that? Like
A maul would be bigger. It's probably best comparable to a warhammer as a weapon.
let's do Warhammer then. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds right. Light hammer is too small. Warhammer sounds right. So 2 Warhammer swings, and you can go 2-handed on those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
It's versatile. It's the longsword equivalent for bludgeoning.
Cool.
I'm just gonna. Wow. Okay.
Are you doing 1 or 2-hand then? Ooh,
Well, it doesn't matter.
right. Not that time.
Damn.
You got multi-attack, boss.
Ah, yes. What has just happened?
Ooh, a 1 and then a 20. What? Okay,
What
that's
is this?
Dirty
Okay.
20 is a 20.
All right. Well, bada bing, bada boom. Let's do it.
all right. So that's 6 bludgeoning damage. Yeah. So you swing once and you just find no purchase. You slip. The rocks are wet. And you're like, oh, Jesus! And you just take another swing and get a good solid hit into it. The impact of it, you can feel it in your arms, and in that brief moment where your arms are taut and struck against the through the hammer against the stone, you can feel the surging of the water through the floor across the other side of the chamber. This moment's closing in on y'all. Also, the water got higher, and I didn't do that last turn, but whatever. Kleeck.
Pickaxe.
Yeah, well, you know what to do. Those are both gonna miss.
Dang it. I'm not trained in this thing.
I'm not trained in how to hit things with a pickaxe. It doesn't make sense. Where do you pull? All right, drone, over to you.
Okay, this time I'll remember to attach booming blade. Doesn't really matter because it
Is
sends it
booming
on-
blade a spell attack, or is it's the same in the end?
It's basically the same as a regular attack. It just
Okay.
has. Yeah.
For sure.
So that's my 22.
That'll
then
hit.
24. Let's go. So the 22, 8, 13 damage, and I'm also expending a charge to do that thing again. Bron, by the way, you're going to take 2d6 damage.
Yeah, roll the 2d6. 13 plus.
4.
Oh wow! Again with the low rolls.
Wait,
So
hold on, so wait,
13.
13, 17, that's double, so 34.
Yeah, so the boulder takes 34 damage as you strike it with your shooting star and discharge another.
Bron, you take 4 and make a con save.
Yes. Bron, you take 4 thunder damage and must take a con save.
All right. 1 sec.
Sure.
Fail.
Bro.
You're
All
prone.
right, so you will be knocked prone. Does it also move them away from you, or does it just knock them prone?
No.
Okay.
But if this
Um,
boulder moves, it's going to take 9 damage.
Okay. And then I guess you also have to make a Constitution save for the spiritual weapon, or that doesn't take concentration, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Right. So yeah, you
I
just
forgot how
are
stupid strong that spell is.
you are knocked prone, Bron. So I'll knock you prone. That's all. After that, let's see. I'm not going to have anyone roll perception checks. I'm just going to say that the people who are blind are not going to see it. They're just going to hear it.
-4.
That means you rolled well.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So I didn't make that token, I don't think. That's always fun. Oh, no, I did. Here we go.
-16.
Yeah, we rolled opposite of each other. I'm biting my cheek every time I smile with this freaking wisdom tooth. I just gotta not smile. Stop making me have fun, guys.
Put gum in your mouth, it'll help.
So as you
I don't have an infinite supply of gum.
actually, yeah. Kleeck, Bron, roll perception checks for me.
Oh boy!
Oh yeah, you'll both notice a creature kind of like come out of the water. Oh yeah, you notice it. Kleeck, you'll also notice something curious. Far behind the creature, it appears that the water flow is slowing a little bit. The ice seems to be reforming. And that's that. The water is going to rise a little bit higher and kind of spill over a little bit. And that is over to Humphrey, who's going to let's see if he notices. No, he's watching you guys like taking shots at the wall and is making sure that Leon and Caimen are all right. And it's over to you, Leon.
Wait, who are you looking over? I'll try to look over at Humphrey.
I got you there, Mr. Maskey guy. We're gonna get out of here soon. Oh, by the way, I didn't actually report on what happened there. Drone, you did massive damage to the boulder, and when you hit it, it budged once more. And Kleeck, there's enough space now that you could easily fit your body out. But anyone else is gonna have to climb up like 18 feet along the boulder's face and squeeze out. You're really the only person that really has a shot of getting maybe Humphrey. But anyone else is going to be a difficult climb and a difficult squeeze. But that was a big hit. But yeah, Leon, over to you.
Okay. I am going to... I guess... how far is it though? 40 feet?
Sir, you
I don't
can't
even know
see.
that. I don't even know. I just heard a splashing sound over here.
You did not hear a splashing sound. You have heard
Oh,
nothing. You see
wrong.
nothing.
I'm just gonna
We're pounding rocks, sir. You don't hear shit.
kind of stand here on the other side of Humphrey and just tap my foot impatiently.
Gotcha. Caimen's knocked out. Bron, over to you. You noticed the thing appear, for sure.
Yeah. Damn this shit, goddammit. Alright. I'm gonna get up.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna keep hacking away at this.
Sounds good. Roll it.
Look at this.
I want to see you rolling. Oof. That's 2 misses, unfortunately.
Oh wait, I still have a spiritual weapon.
Ooh.
No.
No. Just unable to get anything going this turn with the hammer or the spiritual weapon.
Alright, well fuck this. I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to come over here to Caimen.
All right.
And I'm gonna tell Humphrey to help me like carry him.
Okay, I can do that.
Alright. That's
Y'all just ain't gonna tell us about the giant one.
Kleeck, over to
By
you.
the way, there's a giant fish coming at us.
Humphrey turns
What?
around. Oh, yeah. Humphrey now notices. But Kleeck, over to you. Astro, you might be muted. Don't worry, it happens to the best of us. Maybe.
Bird boy. You good?
He
We-
died in
Let's
real
do bird
life.
boy.
We have lost Burb.
He got scared of the fact that a creature was summoned.
Oh, hi. Okay, my mic was muted, and the microphone part of my connection to my PC was loose. So that's great.
Ooh, that happens all the time with me because I'm dumb.
Yeah, it was just barely out.
Speaking
Anyway,
of, let me dip my head to the left and mic check.
Yes.
I check.
DM, I
Weird.
believe after the harpy fight, I retrieved a certain arrow. Yes.
An arrow of rending, yes.
Mm-hmm. I have an idea that may be extremely stupid.
Do it. I know what it is. Do it.
Are you going to stab him with the arrow?
I am going to attempt to use the arrow of rending as basically a python, hammering it in with the blunt side of the pickaxe.
Ooh.
This is my last ditch effort to like shatter this thing to pieces.
Asshole, I thought you were about to run up to the thing and stab it with the arrow.
You see, I'm a little that's something, but I'm gonna get more force behind it. I'm gonna get this arrow like chunking into this thing. I gotta treat it like a chisel, and so that's what I'm doing.
Oof. You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try.
So let me just say, at this point, Kleeck, you can leave. You can exit. You can climb through the
this
hole
us
and be
all.
into the sky, right? So where do you want to approach this from? Where do you want to take this hit at?
From
have
this
the
side.
most flexibility
From this side.
Okay, do you want to do it near a joint, near the top, near the bottom, near the center? Are you
Straight in the
looking
middle.
for-
Straight in the middle.
Okay,
If there's any existing cracks, I'm gonna plant it right in one.
Yeah, some cracks have formed as a result of Drone's repeated assaults on this thing with his structure specifically reducing hammer.
My friend said that was niche, by the way. I was just telling him about it. I was like, who's laughing now?
Izathar is laughing, apparently.
Yeah, Izathar laughs a lot. I'll say this right now just because it's funny and I'm being recorded, so like people will know. But I do this thing when I finish, when I accomplish a difficult coding task for like some game development stuff. I go, oh, to just, bring the Izathar to life. Because I'm guessing that Dick's a programmer. Anyways,
I just pray it doesn't crash and I lose progress.
No, he's not a programmer. He's the one who created the coding language itself. And every time somebody makes a mistake in it, he laughs.
Who posted that science
Spellcasting
one
is
with
just
like
magic
the
coding.
programmers are like, don't touch it. I like that one.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite things I've ever seen was something that compared like writing a spell scroll or doing anything
I
arcane to
posted that.
programming.
Yeah, you posted.
Yeah,
Summoning a
yeah,
demon,
I
no
love
candles.
that.
All you're missing is the candles.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. So yeah, go ahead and roll. You're looking for a crack. You're looking for a good crack, a good spot in the middle. Roll investigation. All I hear is
Panicking at
I wonder what Kleeck's parents think sometimes.
I do too. So as you look over the rock, the boulder, kind of coming down from the, see that it started to kind of list a little bit away from the door frame, and you can see actually looking up at the mold of the door that it seems like it was molded and to set into this place very, very nicely. So the stone seems to be like of a single solid piece. It is very dense.
Not for fucking long.
It is tough, but the strikes of the hammer, the carving into it of the spiritual weapon, the repeated blows, and just some of the wear and tear over time, there are definitely some cracks now, and you find just the best spot. Like it is unquestionably it's the spot that Drone just hit with his hammer last turn, doing 34 damage to the thing. So you're like, you know what? I think I'm gonna put it here. So you kind of stick the arrow in there, and you find like a nice crack that even this very gnarly looking bladed arrowhead of this arrow of rending, as it was told to you. You kind of stick it in there, and you can shove it into a point where it actually sits in place, and you're like, okay. And then you kind of tweak it a little bit. It's stiff enough. It is a nail waiting to be hammered. So it's in place. That's what your investigation check got you. You found the spot and put it in.
I'm going to attempt to hit it with like the blunt side of the pickaxe as hard as I can.
Roll to hit.
Oh no!
Swing and a miss.
No! Do I get 2 attacks?
Yeah.
Ah!
That'll hit.
Castro.
So go ahead and roll. I will. Yeah, go ahead and roll regular damage plus 2d8. Wow. Wow. You do 23 damage to it, and I'm actually gonna have it roll. Ooh, I need my. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna fail that. Go ahead and roll another 2d8 damage. Yes, you do 23. You do 34 damage as well to follow up on Drone's 34 damage. And with that, the you kind of drive in the arrow, and as you hit it, you feel something kind of discharge inside of it as you drive the arrow in, and you kind of hear a little bit of a and a little bit of a and the boulder kind of shifts, and you hear a loud as 2 cracks appear, and the boulder, I'm going to draw it real quick, just like a front view from what you see. Boulder's like this big ass boulder that's just blocking the wall, right? And you're all attacking it. Like, here's where Drone has hit it twice, and there's like these big cracks spider webbing out of it, right? Like, and that's where you put it. The cracks that appeared at the end are like leading up here and off to the side here, and that top chunk just kind of starts to slide backwards and backwards, and you hear as it disappears from view. However, the rest of the rock is still in place. So,
Crap, that worked!
yeah, I'm gonna give. It's not you have that much of a boulder to deal with. All right, Drone, over to you.
So I'm gonna look in the direction of.
Drone, hit it in the same spot! Hit it at the same spot!
Okay. First, I'm gonna do that then.
Okay, I will say that doesn't count as the help action, so you still will roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like fighting the same person on another turn. They're in the same spot. Still got to roll to hit.
Booming blade, booming blade. Aw.
Wow.
Aw.
Looks
come
like
on.
looks like you unfortunately don't get a super crit. Your
I don't
hammer.
get double.
So you swing your hammer and you try and get it into the same spot, and you miss horribly, and you hit what looks to be possibly one of the more durable protrusions of the boulder, and you fail. Yeah, apologies.
Wait, I still have one more thing.
Oh, please go ahead. Sorry.
Bro made mention to the fish, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Every
Bron,
time.
from where I'm standing, give me cardinal directions where that fish is.
Cardinal?
Cardinal. You know, Bron. You know, Drone said cardinal. That's just he's freaking out.
My lovely blue cardigan.
Bryn, I'm gonna need to send you, and I'm gonna need you to send me that token.
The aboleth?
Correct.
I
Is Bron gonna give Drone the directions?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
All
is he
right.
gonna say it or just no?
Well, yeah. I'm gonna say yeah.
He's saying that he gives you directions. He's like, yeah, it's over there. He's
Okay.
just
Right
not.
there.
He's not
I'm gonna
role
say,
playing it.
remember where that hole is? Right in the center.
Okay. I turn around and I'm summoning a faithful hound because guess what? This motherfucker doesn't need me to see.
Cool.
It says 30 feet within the target. So that description, I'm going to put it right here.
Where is the faithful hound token? You have it, right?
Yep.
You can do it. Okay, cool. Boom. Sick.
Unfortunately, I do need to do some reading.
No worries.
How does another space roll and turn? Just trying to move only toward by the most direct route. I can only move towards it by the most direct route, so it could. I force it to move. By the way, I'm ending my turn. It's now the thing's turn, and it's gonna make an attack that I have written down because I knew someday this would happen.
Someday I'd be able to use my attack.
Yep. Does a 20 hit this thing?
Let me see. Does a 20 hit this thing? A 20 does hit this thing.
Okay, make a DC 13 strength save. Ooh.
It disappears.
Oh. Oh, so my hound disappears.
Every time. There you go.
I got rid of the target. The target is quote unquote dead.
Fishy gun?
And I'm just gonna turn around and it'll start working away at that thing. It'll keep us safe for now. Because I think it's still there.
You're like, all right. The water level continues to rise and spills over in several places.
Dang, I thought I was gonna be a real hero there. I used 3 sorcery points for, I'm assuming, what is illusion. I don't know that though.
Humphrey. It's gone. You got it. Wait, is the ice? Leon, over to you.
What is it, Humphrey? What's wrong? What fish?
The
Well,
thing is dead. The weird dog thing. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Okay. Please, is it open? Please tell me it's open.
Yeah! The top half, at least!
Okay, we're closer than we were before. Bron, are you still alive?
I'm still here.
Humphrey's in a stupor. What is happening?
Here, I have an idea. He runs over to Drum. I'll help you with your next swing. Hit right there. Sorry, I had to do that.
Humphrey, I cannot stress enough how unhelpful that is.
It literally is probably the most helpful thing that can be done at this time.
Yeah.
Bron, do you do stacking advantage? Just give everyone, have everyone give him the help back.
The power of teamwork. For when you really need that crit, everyone goes, I support you! And then you swing with 1,000 advantages.
Totally now. Ah, balls. Okay, shit, I've got nothing.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah, next.
Bronski. Bruham. Bribble.
Broski. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna grab Caimen, I'm gonna pull him over here.
Yep.
And I'm
Throw
just gonna see
over!
if there's yeah, exactly. I'm gonna ask, if I can't do it myself, I'm gonna ask for help, for somebody to help me, pull him over.
I'm gonna be flying up on the rock and pulling people over at this
Cool.
point.
Cool. You can do it. You're able to climb up the rock. You have to do an athletics check real quick though, because you're carrying a person.
Is he climbing or is he just throwing Caimen?
Oh no, you
thought I was
drug him over. You're throwing him
boosting
over.
up.
Wait,
Okay,
I have,
yeah, you
I have a
can do
visual
that then.
question. Or can we, like, if I was in Kleeck's position, could I see the outside, or is the rock just sliding? I didn't think we had got it off yet.
Oh, the top half of it slid and fell off and rolled down the side of the mountain, but the bottom half has kind of tilted farther and farther backwards as you've been hitting it. So it's been shifting. The whole thing's been shifting.
But you could shove a person outside, is what you're saying?
You could
Yeah,
toss
there's
them
enough
over the
room.
top of it, but there's a dimension to the boulder. Like, there's depth to it. Let me just get all 3D here.
Oh boy, look at that 3D.
Like, he's on the boulder, right? So
How thick is this boulder?
No.
I literally wrote in chat, it is of unknown thickness. So
But now we can see the thickness.
exactly.
How thick is the thick? How many
I mean-
C's we got here?
I mean, Caimen's full body's laying on top of the boulder in the space where the top half slid off.
So we got at least 3 C's.
At least 3 C's of thickness. So, Bron, you moved and tossed. Anything else for you?
Spiritual weapon.
Are you going to attack the boulder?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Does that hit 20? Yes.
Yes, it'll hit. Caimen on top of the boulder.
Where we at?
The boulder shifts a little bit more as it is struck by the spiritual weapon, and yeah, you're wearing at it for certain, most certainly. Kleeck, Calico.
Ankle.
Drone, keep trying to aim for that spot! I'm going to leave the arrow in, fly up on top of the boulder, yonder here, if you will.
Yes.
How thick is the boulder? In feet rather than C's.
Gotcha. In non-C thickness, the boulder is roughly 8 feet thick.
Oh, that's not 3 C's, that's 2. Anyway, I'm kicking Caimen off the top of it. He's rolling. I don't care. Get him out.
Okay, so he's going to, falling like 10 feet, is going to take a little bit of damage.
And go to wake him up.
I don't care enough to be gentle.
As he flops off the backside of the boulder and hits the ground, he takes a little bit of damage and remains unconscious.
I think it'd be really funny if we sent his body tumbling down the side of a mountain and we have to tell him that. Like, next section is like, by the way, Caimen's dead.
Sorry about that.
He fell off the mountain. We threw his unconscious body off.
Joan, keep hitting that spot! Everybody else, start getting up here! I'm going to be offering my hands, offering the help action to any who try to climb.
Gotcha. You know, it's a good thing that he wasn't here, or he'd remember that and bring it up constantly. So let's hope he doesn't watch this video log, because I don't think he will, but maybe. Who knows?
Leon! Bron, help get Leon up here!
Yeah.
Alright, so,
Leon, follow the sound of the voice.
See.
Drone, over to you.
So this time...
You don't have disadvantage.
Let's go... Oh!
That'll hit.
So, I'm also using my charge. I forgot to try that last turn. That's fine.
So that means...
Shock!
Oh my god. So sorry. That means that both Bron and Kleeck are going to have to make Constitution saves.
I thought this boulder was pretty tall. That Caimen could fall 10 feet.
Oh, what is the range on the hammer? Isn't it?
I thought it was like a 5-foot AoE.
It's 5 foot, yeah.
Oh, then yeah, it's just gonna be Bron. But Bron makes the save, so he takes half damage and doesn't fall prone, yeah? Or does he take full damage?
He takes half.
Okay, so Bron, you're gonna take 5 thunder damage.
Meanwhile, this boulder takes 14, 20, 24. Wait on, 14, 24.
28. Yep, it would be 28. And
It'd be 24, but double is 48.
It's 24, and then it's 48? Holy crap. Okay, go ahead and roll 2d8.
This is also doubled?
Yes. So, with this next blow, you strike pretty much dead on in that spot that you were aiming for before, and the boulder, such as it is, explodes outward. Kleeck, you no longer have a footing underneath
Yes!
you. And Caimen,
I don't care if I tumble to the ground. I'll try to fly, but if I have to take the fall damage, I'll take the fall damage.
That's fine.
Bonus action, I'm making some sorcery points.
Will I be taking fall damage? Is it like a dex save to start flying after that or something?
I would say so.
Okay, cool. Then I'll do
You can
that.
just walk out, right?
It is difficult terrain, but yes.
I'm gonna move 15 feet forward.
All right.
You really could have.
Wow. So 11 and 2. All right. So Caimen takes 11 damage as debris flies from the tumbling and destroyed boulder onto him. So I'm gonna go ahead.
Whoops.
Yeah. Yeah, I have updated his character sheet to reflect his actual HP. When he comes back, it will be correct. So, if he dies, I don't know. And he is blooded is half. What's when you're in critical? What's
Mortal.
Yeah,
Deadly. Deathly.
he is looking pretty deathly.
Huh.
But yeah, Drone, that's your turn because you attacked and you then moved through the debris. It's you can smell the open air.
All right, I need a tour guide now.
I'll be right there. So I'm actually going to go ahead and end combat order because you're no longer in combat. Y'all can escape now and feel good about it.
Bonus action. I'm going to make some more bonus points if we're no longer in combat.
As everyone is getting out, can I retrieve my arrow?
The arrow has been discharged and is now a normal arrow.
Okay.
It's
You can-
also
you
been
can-
slammed into a
I will
boulder. I
leave
don't
it.
think it works.
Hmm?
I said
Unless
he
what?
also slammed it into a boulder, so...
Yeah, no,
That arrow splintered.
it worked. It did the thing that it does. It arrowed. It arrow of rending. It did all the extra damage that was expected. Like it did all the.
I am okay with this.
Yeah. All right, so let's move maps on over to the map that we're in now, which is this one. Just gonna head on back to this map. So,
What does the giant R stand for?
oh, it means there's a rock somewhere near there.
Not a rock as in, like, a boulder that we were talking about, but a giant bird. It's Cletus.
A rock. I know what that is, not a rock.
It's
It's-
Cletus.
Actually, yeah, it is Cletus. You know what? I'll do this instead. This will probably be more fun. You guys get to see me just draw stuff with a mouse because I'm tired. It'll be fun. Okay. Okie doke. So you all are, in general, the mountain is here. You are not at the top, but you're not at the bottom. You're right around there.
You can probably make that drawing look pretty, because Bron just said he needs 5-10 minutes, and Leon just...
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. That's totally fine. I got time to mouse draw. So why don't we go ahead and take a break since it's actually at break time? It actually is perfectly lined up to be break time right now. Everyone can kind of go and do a thing. I'm going to go and do a thing real quick too, and then I will return and do a rough sketch of the Quiet Sister, and we can discuss next steps as the half-blind and unconscious party escapes and tries to get their bearings. So I will be back in a moment. We're breaking probably 10, 15 minutes. It looks like everyone needs a little bit of time. So for me, it's 6:25. I'm going to say at 6:40, I expect everyone to be back because that's 15 minutes. Everyone said like 5-10. So
All right.
whatever. And if you're not,
Cool.
whatever. You don't get demerits. We're fine. Anyways,
I'll be back
BRB.
in 2 minutes.
Yep.
You lose the level if you're late.
That probably wasn't even 2 minutes. Who's still here?
I'm here. I just have enough advantage to do, so I'm just hanging out.
Nice. You didn't even unmute on my screen, you freaking wizard hacker.
No, it's just apparently Discord on mobile decides to be very fucky.
I see. So how's your day going, Bunny?
It's doing pretty well. Work's been an ass, but that's kind of normal.
I heard you talk about someone with depression earlier, and I just wanted to say, yesterday I slept for 16 hours.
Yeah, my depression's more like my insomnia kicks my ass, and I'm just not in a good mood for a while.
No, because what I did was I went to class, which took probably about a combined effort of 3.5 hours, plus I ate for another 30 minutes, and then I took a 3-hour nap. I got up for 3 hours, and then I went back, and then I went to bed for good.
Man, Sprite's warm.
What's up?
What, is it McDonald's Sprite, Astra?
No, it's a canned Sprite from the fridge.
Nasty. You drink out of cans. I grow my Sprite on the Sprite tree.
What container is the Sprite in on the Sprite tree, or do you have the Sprite fruit?
It has no container. It just floods my backyard.
Guys, now
The
knowing
leaves
that,
secrete the juice of Sprite.
Correct. And it floods every day. I have to drink 20 gallons of Sprite just to leave my driveway.
Yeah, you got a small driveway if that's all it takes.
And now it's
Yeah.
more like there's a giant dip in my driveway that I just cannot pass through.
Now knowing that most of my spell slots are useless, converting them all into sorcery points, I can now. I'm summoning a dog machine right now, if need be.
Dog Gatling gun.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty good use of like fighting one enemy too, because like it's 40 HP. It can make the enemy prone, which gives it like disadvantage on attack rolls. So like if it tries to ignore the dog, then it's gonna be shit out of luck. Yeah. I thought it was really funny though. That I'm surprised that's how it works. What it says is, let me get to the dog. Hound of Ill Omen. The hound appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within 30 feet of the target. And that technically doesn't have a range. Oh my god, is this another case of infinite range? Because it doesn't specify sight, and it just says within 30 feet of the target. Can I summon a dog on the opposite ends of the earth, 30 feet next to the target?
As long as you have a target, that would be correct. It's like stabilizing a person. It has no specified range, and it doesn't require you to actually touch the person. You can stabilize someone from across the world.
I can kill them from across the world.
Raw versus Rye. Raw versus Rye.
No, that is actually probably rules as intended for the Shadow Sorcerer, though.
Yeah, I'd argue that it might actually supposed to be vision. I don't know, because I don't know.
The stabilize thing's an oversight, but something that's a class feature that only Shadow Sorcerers can do, and they're supposed to be like a sneaky assassin type caster. It makes sense that they I don't need to see my target. I can just send the Shadow Dog after them instead.
Yeah, but infinite range, like I could literally be on the, like I said, I could literally kill someone on the other side of the continent. Because they somehow kill one, I could just kill.
I imagine you would need to know where the target's position is in general. Because, you kind of need to know where they are, so you know where to summon the dog within 30 feet of the target.
Once Bron gets back, I'm going to ask them about this. I think this is a good time to clarification.
What's the question?
Okay, so I just realized my dog, I just put the thing in chat. It doesn't specify its range. The only range is that it has to be 30 feet within its target. It doesn't specify sight either, so it's like the stabilizing rules as written, where rules as written, I can summon this across the universe.
But I'm pretty sure for Shadow Sorcerer, you still need to be able to know where your target is to summon it within 30 feet. That is how I would rule it. You need to know where the target is to be able to summon it.
Yeah, which in that case, I did know where it is because I was told where it was.
Yeah. And now something like casting scrying and then summoning it via that way, that would be terrifying. You scry on a target and shadow dog them.
Hey, Bron, we took a break because a couple people needed to leave it, or not leave, but they needed a break. So,
All right.
Bron, I realize my dog has the same issue with stabilizing a creature. I can summon it across the universe. It doesn't specify sight or range.
What is it? Hound Hill Omen?
Yeah,
Yep.
I have it in the roll
Who got?
chat. Bren,
You can target one creature within 120 feet of you. The Hound uses direwolf stats.
Oh no, it does
Oh,
have
is
a
it the
range.
top?
In 120
I
feet
was
of
looking
you.
at I was looking at the bottom. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
I forgot there was a bottom to this tech or a top to this text.
You're all about those numbers.
Yeah. Well, all the summoning conditions are at the bottom. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I still I didn't break any rules though, because wait, one creature you can't. Okay, it does specify seeing. Bren, I cheated again.
Well, that's fine.
Negative inspiration.
Negative
It's a
inspiration. All right. Well, there's still an angry-looking monster floating there in the water, and as you all retreat, it just slowly submerges back into the water.
Can we just be like, it's like, what is that meme that is like, guy forgets he has dementia, gets cured from dementia? Can I do that with blindness? I just forgot I was blind, guys. I'm sorry. So I saw the target for a moment, and I summoned a shadow dog.
Hmm.
You know, you're a sorcerer. That could probably happen.
So no more shadow dog.
Let's see. Hmm.
I mean, honestly, it's not. I could have just fired a firebolt randomly, and if it had hit, it would have probably been a better use. Because instead I used 3 sorcery points.
Bron, are you drinking a potion? Yeah, Bron gulps a potion.
Also, fucking max potion. Let's go.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Almost.
Oh, it's green. I thought it was max.
Bron brews good potions.
They should just do the maximum that they can.
A lifetime of potion making has made him.
Lifetime. I thought you just learned that from Ixa.
You learned that like, I don't know, 4 sessions ago.
What are you talking about? He's always been a potion master.
He
just helped him refine it a bit more.
Yeah, you learned some new recipes from Ixa.
I gotcha.
But yeah, making I think Bron knew how to make healing potions before. He just needed the stuff to do it, and then he got some, and then he started working on it.
He's learned how to make like basic potions since he was a kid with the Temple of Shar.
I
Yeah.
think anyone with the Arcana ability can actually attempt to make a potion. I don't think it needs. I think just a basic healing potion.
It actually requires a kit. It requires an herbalism kit.
With proficiency though, because I remember something about potion making about requiring Arcana and only Arcana. I thought.
I mean, I think there's many ways to do it, but I think proficiency with an herbalism kit is one way to be able to make potions. And I think that's like a rules as written thing.
I thought it was alchemy kit, not herbalism.
Could be both.
I've got alchemist supplies and poisonous kit, and I recently was able to make healing potions with the alchemist supplies because of Ixa.
Makes sense. I recently ran a session for my fiance where I looked up that herbalism kit is the same thing for making healing potions. So I think it's just lots of different ways to make the same thing, sort of thing. Because think about it, a healing potion. Oh, yeah.
You need herbalism kit to make healing potions.
Yeah, that's rules as
I
written.
think a long time ago, I argued that it's basically like
It's the same thing. It's alchemy. Alchemy is just herbalism where you take the reagents into their more base forms.
No, I will not have it. You must do everything rules as written.
Yeah, see, that's again.
The way I like to think of it is that herbalism is like that subset of the alchemy.
Exactly. They're super related. Like, it's mixing things to get other things for reasons. That's all it is. It's a specific subset of what kinds of things you mix is the only thing in question. Or maybe the reason why. So,
Yet the alchemist artificer, the potion maker, has proficiency with alchemy tools and not herbalism tools.
I know.
That is what they did for the subclass.
That's so weird. So weird. You'd think that if rules is... Of course, you gotta also understand that stuff is brought over from Eberron, which has a slightly different system, too. So I maybe that's just an oversight on their part. Maybe they just assume that you're going to take herbalism training as one of your many, many artificer trainings. Are we all back?
I think so.
Everyone ping in the Roll20 chat, and by ping I don't mean drop a ping. I mean literally say something. Pong, bip. Oh, those aren't pings.
Bop?
Looks like Drone and Bron aren't here yet. No, yeah, we're good. We're good. Leon, whenever you type a
You missed
message.
the opportunity to say bop. It was a bip, zam, zow, bop.
Y'all
Lol.
should have done bippity boppity boo.
Bippity boppity boo.
Very good. So the party has... That was me clapping with joy. The party has just come out of the end of the cave that I have drawn here. There is... Ooh, I'm gonna need actual colors to draw that.
If you need to go all artist, we can wait a second.
Nah, that's fine. So yeah, this path here leads further up the mountain, as I said earlier. I also said there was like another nearby rocky outcropping with another path that led around that side and a bridge between the two. Please give me brown. So this horrible 3D perspective drawing brought to you by my mouse. Let's see. Draw a quick overhead view of... Quick overhead view is something like this. You came out of here where the circle is. You just broke through that boulder, and there is a bridge that crosses the chasm. You came up from this direction originally. That is the situation that you find yourself at. What do you want to do, guys?
Music has stopped. Drone's just gonna say, hey, yo, where are we going?
There's a path this direction.
I'm
There's a
asking
path
the party
this
members that can
direction.
see.
There's a path this direction. And then there's the one that you came from and the cave that you just fought your way out of.
Yeah, let's go through the cave again.
Yeah.
No.
I'll take Caimen over my shoulders because he can't move.
Yeah.
Okay. So which way was it? So we're on a different entryway than what we got here, right?
You are at the same place that you came. You came up where this brown arrow is at the bottom. Yeah, you came from there. That's where you were marched up from that direction. And as they marched you up, you saw this rope bridge that leads across this little kind of chasm here, and they turned you and pushed you into this cave. There is a way up the mountain, and there was a way across the bridge, and they blocked both of those paths and then pushed you into the cave and then bouldered it. So none of you have been across the bridge. It is currently still night because you guys were in that cave for less than an hour.
We tried to kill ourselves and then tried to kill a giant fish and failed miserably in an hour.
Yeah, it turns out you had the tools to escape the entire time, but Drone didn't realize it until after he was blind. So, c'est la vie.
I was enjoying the cave sightseeing.
You
Make
guys,
an
man.
investigation check
You
to
weren't
see
seeing
where
crap.
these,
Don't even talk.
What was that, Bron?
these giants went.
Oh,
I want
yeah.
to make a check to see if I can kind of pinpoint or see any
Please.
tracks of where these giants went.
Please do. Is that survival then?
Yes.
Because it's looking for tracks?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, roll survival, actually. Yeah, that's actually really good. You can tell that it seems like the majority of them went up the mountain on the path to your immediate north. However, it looks like the bridge sees use. Just no, that's really not giant-sized bridge though. So
I'm trying to think of where they could have taken our gear.
well, at this point, it looks like some giants definitely went up the mountain, and doesn't seem like any of them crossed the bridge. It also doesn't seem like it's a giant-sized bridge.
Hey, yo, Bron, use a cleric, so can you fix this, like, anytime soon?
You mean your blindness?
Yeah. You know, that
Yeah.
thing?
I'm gonna have to spend a little bit of time praying for my spells.
We
We'll have to hunker down somewhere. to
we
rest.
maybe want to find somewhere to hide. We should get out of here.
Drone's just gonna
Second.
cross his arm. Actually, he's gonna have his hands behind his back with his maul in hand. He's got the whole thing behind his back, just like, well, I can't see, so lead the way, boss.
I'm afraid to.
I'm not going
You
anywhere.
know these.
I have my bow.
Yeah.
We can get the bow in the morning when I can see.
We're gonna get our equipment back.
Keep it down there, guy. You want to bring the whole mountain down on us? We just broke out of the thing. We don't want them coming and grabbing us now. Sure, but can't we just leave your bows and stuff? Isn't your life more important?
I'd rather die than live without it.
Kleeck, we can get the bow like in the morning, yo. Like, you know, when all of us can see. If we try to get your bow back now, we're not gonna get it. That's just 100% fact.
We're doing it in the morning. First thing, we're going after that.
Yeah, Humphrey, you're the expert here. You tell us where to go.
All right. If we want to hide from the giants, but we want to stay on the mountain, there aren't very many places we can go. They're very, very, we're not supposed to come to the mountain. However, he kind of like points over to the bridge. He says, that right there is something we built a long time ago. And when we do have people that are allowed to come up here, you know, us small folk can use the bridge to and fro. There's a few places like that, and they aren't often looked at. But most of them are known to the giants, so if we want something that's really hidden, we're going to have to head down the mountain again.
Well,
That's fine. I want to get off the mountain, but y'all are saying you want to come back and get your bows and whatnot. So,
Kleeck, do you really need the bow?
That thing is quite literally my life's work and dedication and the singular thing I have for my tribe. As well as thousands of gold invested in it, since that's something you all can understand.
1,000
If
gold.
you guys aren't
Hey,
going with me, I'm doing it myself.
when'd
You
y'all
see
get
Bron,
money
like,
for
sighs?
1,000 gold? 1,000?
Okay.
Thousands!
Oh my god.
It's been a long trek. Okay, we can. Yes, we can fix it in the morning.
What's the area like around? Is there any trees or brush coverage at all?
Not on the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Like down in the ravine below, there's some sparse brush cover, but for the most part, it's scrubland a little bit until the base. So
I think our best bet. Humphrey, you said there's a bridge here that gets a lot of working from you lot.
I mean, we don't do much with it. He points to the bridge right next to you. That bridge right there, I've never walked across it, and I kind of don't want to. It looks really old. But like I said, there's other things for small folk around here.
Hey, yo,
I
let's
just don't know
sleep
how
in
well
some bushes,
maintained
yo.
they are.
Sleep in some bushes will probably not be found. When we wake up in the morning, we'll be able to see.
It is
Then we can-
already incredibly dangerous to be out in the middle of the night. I almost wonder if it's safer to be at the mountain, but I do know that that base is a little bit of that nice middle ground, and there are safe holes there. So, I don't know what you want to do. I want to cave and get back on the rails. I understand you all want your weapons and whatnot, so maybe it is worth going back just to make sure that we can stay alive for the rest of our excursion. But we should get a move on, because right now we're on the side of a cliff face, and
Okay. We need to get back. You said there are hideouts down the mountain?
and some up the mountain, but most of the ones up the mountain aren't really hidey holes from the giants, because the giants know about them. They help build them. They're very good at stonework.
Then we need to go down the mountain.
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't care where we go, but before we go anywhere, someone give me a knife and 10 feet of rope.
Oh,
Threw away my last knife.
I kept my knife. He pulls out his dagger and actually I believe Caimen actually gave him a dagger as well. So
I'll take the knife from the halfling.
he'll give you the dagger from Caimen. So
Hey, yo, I got some rope in my bag. You just want to fetch that for yourself. Go ahead.
I can get it for you.
Awesome.
Oh, not very tall. Let me just.
I'll just get on my knees.
Oh, thank you. That's very helpful. Just.
And I'll subtract the rope from my inventory. It's 50 feet.
Yep. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of rope. Kind of heavy. Here, Mr. Birdman. The rope you asked for.
I'm assuming this is hempen rope.
Yep.
It's whatever kind of rope you want it to be, friend.
Mm-hmm.
Metal rope. Titanium rope.
Have I been given a full 50 feet?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a full bundle
Cool.
of roper. Speak.
All right.
While we're traveling, I'm going to be actively searching the ground and brush for any decently long branches or sticks of any kind.
Yellow is not the color to use, but okay. The party heads down the mountain. I'm gonna not use yellow.
Use
Flashback.
purple.
Oi.
Headset died there. What did I get? What did I get through?
The head, or the group heads down the mountain. Free will be guiding the two blind people. Bron is carrying the unconscious Caimen, who is near death, and the party is headed down the mountainside. Are we sneaking? Are we running? What are we
My
doing?
headset died for a moment. While we're headed down the mountain, I want to be searching for some things.
What are you looking for?
Any branches or sticks of significant length, especially branches of any brush or trees,
Roll investigation.
as well as I'll look for any flint or any rocks that seem useful enough.
I
Investigation.
guess survival is more appropriate.
Survival.
Okay, yeah, that was good. Okay. With the survival check, you can find that there might be a couple rocks that might be useful for some sort of fire starting, but as far as branches of specific length there's not much up here until you get down to the more base area of the mountain. And even then, it's only scrubland and some bushes and only a few trees. It's a very rocky mountain, this one.
I figured as much. I'll take whatever I can get.
Yeah, you managed to
A
find
solid
some
branch with
sticks
some bend in it.
Yeah, you find a branch with a little bit of bend to it. It might suffice. You're not sure.
And we're probably sneaking, considering half of us are moving at like half pace anyway.
Well, I mean, just because you're moving half pace doesn't mean that you're necessarily sneaking, because you're moving half pace because you're carrying something heavy, which means it's even harder to sneak, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
We're still gonna attempt to sneak, I think.
That's what I'm asking.
Does everyone agree?
I'll sneak the best a blind feller can.
All right, so go ahead and roll with disadvantage to sneak, because actually, I'll let you both roll normal, because you have Humphrey helping you, and he's good at sneaking. Ooh, Johnny Depp's lawyers. John Depp.
Yeah.
Oh.
In general, the party is very stealthy as it comes down the mountain.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of Johnny Depp's lawyer, Amber Heard's is trying to plead a mentally insane or mentally inept plea for her now.
Rich people making decisions. Rich people.
You hit my boy Elon.
Is that the roll
The
to decide
party-
if we die?
The party traveling along, just kind of heading down the mountain path. Kleeck's looking for branches. Bron's hefting an unconscious pirate. Drone and Leon are being kind of pulled along there by Humphrey. Let me just roll something real quick.
Big trouble.
Y'all can hear that?
Yeah. We can hear that like every day.
It's fine. So all of the sudden, I'm gonna go ahead and roll this. +9. Wow. Okay. So you can see that advantage roll had a natural 20. I'm going to go ahead and just assume, Bron, that as a contested check, there is no way that you can beat a 29 athletics to keep the pirate from being grabbed and pulled off of your shoulder. As a stone giant that none of you noticed, that had been waiting along the rather narrow walkway, kind of pressed up against the stone. They have advantage well in stony terrain. It reaches down and just picks up Caimen and just starts walking away from all of you. Back up the mountain. Like walking towards you, he just reaches, plucks him, and is like, nope, and walks. So you technically get an attack of opportunity with whatever you have to hand if you want, but it's going to spend the rest of its turn moving its full speed, which is 40 feet, and it's going to head up the mountain.
I've got Sentinel, so...
All right, we'll go ahead and roll to hit. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to hit. So it's not going to be able to move at all.
I'm gonna yell out. The giants grabbed Caimen.
Hey, what?
All right, let me...
Drone's gonna have his maul at the ready.
All right, cool. So let me go ahead and just that we're on in a better format, so we can roll initiative and stuff. I mean, it's really just. Here we
It's really just what?
Oh, I stopped talking. That's why you didn't hear the rest of it. It's really just something like this. You're
I ain't gonna
alone.
lie, guys. This is some fucking bullshit.
That the stone giants had a watch on their home,
I
on
am
one of the main
immensely
approaches
tired
to
of
their
this.
home. Yes. So go ahead and drop yourselves right around here.
Why can't I drag? There it is.
Unsure. So I need to get a Humphrey. Humphrey is right here. And then I need to get a Caimen. Players. Oh my goodness, he's not here. Why does this always happen? Where'd that thing go?
Because we could never get so lucky to be otherwise.
Oh yeah, just on the wrong page. Wrong page. All right, so he's got the Caimen in his hands. There we go. There we go. Why is this so hard? All right.
This is gonna be a hell of a thing.
So you stopped him, and did 6 damage. And let's clear and roll initiative.
Da 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 da.
Couldn't you save this for when I already had a bow made? Ramshackle and crappy as it may be.
No. No, I could not.
The funny thing is, one of Drone's fatal flaws is he doesn't use other weapons, so he has no other weapons to give you. Otherwise, he may offer a weapon.
Humphrey.
I mean, I at least have a dagger, so I have something dex-based to work with, but I still lack literally... And, like, just give me something with the ranged property, God!
Hey,
Please!
Dagger has the range property.
At the
What
top
does?
of the order, we have Leon,
Dagger?
who suddenly hears, What? What?
Oh,
What?
it has a
What?"
ranged property. It's not a ranged weapon. I need something that technically counts as a ranged weapon.
Oh, for archery?
Yes! To use literally anything to do with my sharpshooter.
Guys, hang on. I think I hear a thing.
I think I hear a thing.
Literally all of my bonuses apply to ranged weapons. I'd take a slingshot at this point.
Okay, this target's a creature I can see. No, no, no.
What's
Oh my god, half the party is still blind!
Yep.
Hey, what's happening? Did you guys hear that?
Wait, what's going on?
No one said what's happening. So we
Bron-
just
No,
hear-
Bron
Bron
said
did
it.
yell out. Bron did yell
Oh.
out.
Okay, where's it at? Let me at him.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest, at this point, I don't know if there's anything we can do.
I don't know. That you could.
I feel like trying to fight is only gonna make this worse, and maybe we should try and just get away from it while we can. That way we can come back and rescue him later whenever we're rescuing my bow!
You know what?
Instead of fighting and bringing down more on us and screwing us all over and getting us thrown back in another cave. I wasn't happy with the cave.
I've never wanted to agree with it. Fuck. I hate
Half
to
of
do
us
this,
are
but I kind
blind,
of
and
agree.
the other half of us are nearly entirely unable to do anything.
Bron, we need to go. We'll come back for him, but we need to go. Yeah, but we need to go. He'll probably get thrown back in the hole, but I think we'll be okay.
Hey, why isn't it trying to grab all of us? Does it have the silvery eyes?
Yeah, does it have the weird eyes?
Not that you can see.
Yeah, that's why we're
Hey,
asking.
GM, does it have the weird eyes?
I guess on your turn, roll insight.
Walking and I'm dragging Humphrey. We just need to go. We'll get him tomorrow.
God.
We'll get him tomorrow. Don't worry about it. The stone giant is going to
Oh.
looking down at you, Bron, as you just like stabbed it and kept it from moving. It's gonna like look down at you again and be like, and try and move away again. Are you to attack of opportunity yet?
Uh-huh.
Okay, roll to hit.
Does it have a reaction? You already used one.
Oh yeah, actually,
Oh, yeah,
you
you're
did.
right.
So it's gonna dash away. It's gonna go 80 feet this way.
Haha, got him with the rules luring.
Snap. Bron, over to you.
Oh my god.
You're like, damn it. I guess technically you could sprint after him and then like Misty step next to him and then hopefully the same thing happen, but then you're just out of reaction again.
I was thinking of climbing on top of him.
Ooh, then he can't get away from himself. I didn't know you could make a stone giant your mount.
2 sizes larger. If anything, you're just a little leech on it.
Oh,
I can't even get here if I dash and Misty Step.
You're a hat for him. Oh, he's farther than that. I actually didn't do to scale. If I was doing to scale, it would have been he was centered right above you, so he would be off the map. Like he would be off the map. He moved 80 feet.
How tall is he?
How tall are stone giants?
18 to 23-ish feet from my research.
20. It's 20 feet tall.
Wow, okay, so if I dash and Misty Step, I can just about be on his back.
Sounds about right. Full move, dash, Misty Step. I will have you, I guess. Are you trying to like grapple him as part of your Misty Step?
Just grab onto him, yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll athletics to grab onto him as part of your Misty Step.
Come on, natural 20, let's do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you have grabbed onto the like, you see that like sort of loincloth looking shoulder sash that the guy has? You're able to grab onto the backside of that with one hand while still holding your weapon free with the other. You kind of grab on with one free hand, and you have your legs kind of bracing against his back. Like when you're rappelling down the side of a building or something. And you got your one free hand holding a weapon. You're like, yeah! So, Ron, you caught up.
That's all I can do. I'm riding this fucking giant down.
Humphrey turns around, sees that you have sprinted after and are now attacking the stone giant, grabbing onto its back, and it's like, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. And he takes the two blind folks and continues down the mountain away from them. Hopefully he won't follow us. Hopefully they're busy. Drone, over to you. You're being dragged along and you're blind. So
Gonna kind of like take a step, and then he's gonna like, I'm blind. I can't see. We're on a mountain. He's gonna go, fine, fine.
so after a little bit of resistance, Drone is okay with heading down the mountain.
Yep.
All right.
Pass.
Okay, Kleeck.
Flying this way. Just away.
Back to the top of the order. Leon, I'm guessing you're continuing. So do we want to funnel this fight down to just Stone Giant and Bron?
Got to. We can't do anything.
Fair, that's fair. Stone Giant is going to... Let's see. So I didn't quite say what the Stone Giant is equipped with. It's equipped with 1 Caimen and 1 free hand. So it's going to try and grab you with its free hand. I think that's opposed, right?
I assume it would be.
Yeah.
So Bron, go ahead and roll opposed to see if he's able to...
Athletics, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
acrobatics, because you're on the other. You were on the
Oof.
receiving end, but I assume your athletics is better.
Yeah, so you are able to dodge out of the grip of the Stone Giant as it is like reaching back and trying to grab you. And then let's see. It's going to continue to head up the mountain with 40 feet of movement. You're riding it and grappled to it, and technically in grappling it cannot stop it from moving because it's 2 sizes larger, as Astro said a moment ago. So it's just going to pull you along, and because your relative locus of control, where your movement is centered, is now the giant, I'm going to say that you can't opportunity attack it because it's not moving away from you. You're riding on it. So it's now your turn.
At this point, I'm just gonna hold on and follow it to wherever it's taking Caimen.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead and hold on. Back down the mountain. With you not getting off of him yet, the Stone Giant is going to attempt to grapple you again.
Uh-oh.
All
Oh
right.
no, bro.
It's going to grab you in its 1 free hand, and you see, and it's going to pull you hard enough that you lose your grip on the back of it, and he pulls you free, and is now holding you in his right hand and holding Caimen unconscious in his left hand. And go ahead and roll insight real quick, Bron. Nice. Nice. 1 sec. Oh, okay. You can definitely tell that this giant has a little bit of a distant look in its eyes, and it doesn't seem to be all there. But you can't really do anything because it's still the giant's turn. It is going to. How much health you got? How bad you looking?
I'm missing 2 health points. 43
You're
out of
missing-
45.
You're missing 2 health points. Oh man, sorry. I just gotta think for a minute. I really gotta think for a minute.
He's gonna throw me off the side.
I wasn't gonna say it.
What's he gonna do?
Bron has less HP than Leon does at this point. What the fuck?
Okay. How about this? Bron, the stone giant looks at you, and you can see there's a strange distance in its eyes, but also in this moment, a strange light of intelligence. And the stone giant's head kind of quirks to the side a little bit, and its expression turns perplexed as it looks at you. And its jaw opens and starts to form harsh, deep, halting words that at first you're not sure what language they're speaking, but it seems like it's common. But common spoken through a mouth that maybe has never spoken it before and doesn't know how to speak it. You know, like trying to fit a medium or something large size in a medium size shirt that's the wrong cut. It's just, it doesn't fit right. So the stone giant kind of burbles out, "Would you kill this one?" And kind of gestures, kind of gently moving Caimen, the unconscious body, in its left hand. "Would you save this one?"
As I'm like pounding on its fist that's probably like clenched against my my torso.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
It's
trying
not
to
hurting
save
you,
him.
it's holding you firmly.
Trying to get him away from you.
The face kind of pulls you up and towards it and a little closer, so the eyes are a little bigger, that nose big enough that it could fit one of your head up its nostril. This just massive cranium, like, kind of peering down at you. "He would betray you all."
That's not your concern.
No. And with that, the giant is going to not throw you off the mountain, but throw you down the pathway. So, I don't know what damage it is to throw a person.
Just be the
the
shove
height?
action.
Double falling damage. However,
Huh? Falling
What's the height?
damage for... I mean, it's... Yeah, I guess it is about height. He's going to toss you...
Every 10 feet is a d6 or a d8.
Every 10 feet is a d8?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's a D6.
Or a d. Is it? It's one of those two.
Oh, I should look at my GM screen to find out. GM screen, do you have a falling damage thing?
It's 1d6 for every 10 feet.
Excellent. Well, you're going to be thrown 60 feet.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry. 60 feet is 66.
If it's important, it maxes out at 50d6.
No. So you take 25 damage. The giant throws you... I'll just leave it up. Right there. And then as you're like tumbling across the ground, it's kind of just watches you for a moment and then turns and heads back up the mountain at full speed. I mean, you can choose to pursue still, but it's faster than you, and it threw you 60 feet, so it has quite a Do you even have the economy to catch up with repeated steps?
No, he's
Yeah.
totally gonna outrun me very fast.
In the meantime, the party is maybe 200 feet farther down the mountain now. Maybe they would have seen or heard this tussle as you were thrown. They wouldn't have heard any of the speaking. I don't know if they turned to watch and see, but if they did, only one person would have seen it.
Alright,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna huff and I'll puff and get up, and I'm gonna be very hurt, and I'll look at the giant walking away with Caimen going very fast, and I'll just kind of damn it. And I'll turn around and I'll start limping down towards everybody else.
Got it. That was eventful. Not at all what I expected, but sure. All right. And you guys are all like, "Oh, you're the DM." I don't know what's going to happen any given moment of the day. What are you talking about? So, now that the battle is over, get rid of this as well. Move all turns, clear. And the party will be able to head down the mountain. And as you now reach more of the sort of lowland foothill sort of area of the Quiet Sister, let's see. Humphrey leads you maybe a quarter mile from the foot of the mountain to like the base of one of the foothills, sort of like a crease between where two foothills meet. In the lee of a giant boulder, there's a small, and when I mean small, I mean at first Humphrey like just kind of disappears into some rocks, and you're like, where the fuck did this guy go? He's like, he kind of pokes his head out and says, "Wait, sorry, this is the halfling entrance. I'll go get the other one open. We gotta open it from the inside." And after a moment, you see what looked like just a patch of like sort of barren earth sort of shifts and gives way, and a trapdoor kind of opens up, enough for, you know, like a normal-sized human to fit in. No Goliaths would be able to fit in this whole sort of thing. None of those larger three-keen sort of thing. So you are given a small place to hide at the bottom of the mountain.
Hey, yo, where are we right now?
This is one of our hideouts. I think the noble floating ghost person in the sky that's narrating this game world thing will probably draw a picture of it right now.
Oh, that's wild. That's crazy. Yo, point me to a corner.
Point me to a corner.
Wait.
All right.
Yeah, show me to a corner, actually. I can't see your finger.
You climb down a small ladder into the safe house, such as it is, which is represented by the small circle above the party. I will drag the into it. You are all now in the safe house. And with that, you are safe.
Nap time.
Everyone's like, please, for the love of God, just let me sleep for like 3 minutes. Just like three minutes.
We're taking watches.
How useful is that gonna be?
Preferably, on each watch, we have at least one person who can see.
So that's like 3 I guess that's enough watches.
How do you know? You can't count them.
I know the people who are here.
I'll take first watch. Bron, Humphrey, you guys each take second and third. Figure out which one you want.
I'll take second then.
I can take last watch. That's fine.
Hope you're an early riser.
I just wanted to say to you, I'm really sorry about the way that everything's turned out, and
It's not your fault.
yeah, I'm just the first time you lose someone, you tell yourself you're never gonna let it happen again. The third time, you beat yourself up
Are you trying to say
about
you
it.
lost people before?
No, Not me. I just, I hear other guides lose people. Typically don't come this way all that often. Like I've said, it's only 10, but, yeah, I'm gonna bed down. Maybe wash off the trauma with some cold sweat and a nightmare too. So,
Hey, yo, Kleeck, I got first watch with you. Just point me in the way if something shows up. Show me. Don't point.
Go
I can't
sit
see.
and lean against the door.
Aye. I'll just lean my back against it and just
I'll be busy.
Kleeck is like so furious.
Aye, can I ask you what you're doing as I can't see and all?
I am making myself a bow.
You may as well just for now, because you're going to be working on it, I'm guessing, for the duration of the long rest or when you aren't sleeping and stuff. Roll your bow making check.
Is that Dex, I believe? Dex plus proficiency?
Yes, I believe you have the tools that can be carried. All the rest are in the Coventress. Oh, yeah. Whew. In short order, you are able to whip up a short bow that you feel is serviceable, if not the highest quality based on available materials.
That's all I care about.
Yeah. So once you string it, you can fling them, and by I mean arrows, because you did not give up your quiver. I don't think.
Nope. I have my arrows.
There you go. Brightleaf did the same, much as it matters right now. She never gave up her quiver. She put her longbow, and then it poofed back to her. So, magic. Yeah, you make a short bow during yours. Anyone want to chat or do anything in specifically during the long rest? Otherwise, we should just roll checks, because...
Nope, I'm good.
That's fine. We can disambiguate time then. Kleeck, as you work on your bow, you kind of sit next to the... Are you keeping watch while inside or outside?
Inside. I'm not leaving.
Okay. So leaving the trapdoor shut and staying inside and not trying to exit through the little hidey hole that Humphrey used, you nonetheless feel like you have a pretty good, bead on and understanding of what's going on outside. Like you got a good lay of the area before you went inside, and you're like, this is a really good hiding spot. I don't think anything would come over here. This boulder looks nondescript. Like these two hills, there's no cover sort of thing except for like just the little rise of it. And you're like, yeah, this is good. This is a great spot actually for flying enemies. Good. So you just watches over. Your short bow's done. Feeling good about it. And next person up.
I will be right back.
Yep. No worries.
Nightmare check as I go to sleep. Hey, would you look at that? Who the hell said a nat one? Who fucking said it?
I believe that
said it
was
last
me
time.
and Bunny. Both said it earlier. But yeah, there it is. So what
We
happens?
called it before
Scream in the
session.
middle of the night.
You just start screaming in the middle of the night?
Yes. To be fair,
Everyone-
I also kind of jinxed it.
Everyone, yeah, the random number generator definitely cares what we said when definitely ever cares what we say. Everyone is awoken suddenly, except for Kleeck, who's on watch, by Drone's frantic screaming as he has some sleepy nightmares. I believe, Leon, you made a promise about what to do in the situation. However, you are in no position
no.
to fulfill your promise.
Don't you try me. Who's awake right now? Is it Humphrey or Bron?
I would have went to sleep on second watch, so it's whoever's on second watch.
Then it would have been Bron.
Bron was taken, yeah.
The second I hear him screaming, Bron, where is he?
Where's the... Oh, here's the exhaustion.
He's in his tent.
Bring me to him.
Wait,
I'm gonna
tent?
Walk over to Leon. Well, excuse me. He's in his little... He's sleeping on the ground over there.
I was gonna say, what tent, dude? You're in a cave in the ground.
Actually, I think I have a tent, but never mind. I'm gonna come over and get Leon. And I'm gonna
Where's he
take
at?
his hand and I'm gonna guide him over. And I'm pretty sure you can just hear the screams at this point. Oh yeah, there he is.
Easy enough.
Is he in front of me? Is he below me? Where is he at?
You can feel him with your hand.
You can feel the vibrations of his screaming through your feet. You're so close to him. He's right there.
Yep.
Okay, prestidigitate a small horse-drawn carriage, and I'm going to football punt it into his face.
Roll to hit.
What is that to hit?
It's a disadvantage too.
Yeah, but what is it to hit?
Improvised. So I just roll a d20. You're blind. He's asleep. I don't know what's gonna happen to you guys.
He's gonna beat me.
Sorry. You're blind. He's blind and asleep. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen here.
I think it's just a straight roll.
Yep, just roll a straight D.
Oh my god.
With that, you miss horribly. You hear your little prestidigitated thing clatter against the wall.
Can you hit him with that? I can't. I just can't.
I'll just lean,
I-
get down on one knee. I'll get really close to Drone as he's screaming, and I'll just.
And then you pull out the ring.
Let me see here. I will.
He's thinking of all the ways he could torture me, which is fair. I like how I'm being really noisy and you guys are taking your time to like wake me up.
I mean,
You have to think about it.
May as well have fun where we
You
can,
can't
right?
scream and remove-
They're
you can't
very
scream and
respectful.
remove wind.
I'm gonna slap you awake.
With an 18,
I'm sorry, Cornell. I'm sorry. Wait, what? What?
Shut the fuck up, Drone.
Oh. I'm sorry, guys.
You having a nightmare, buddy?
It's Cornell. I'm my best bud. Don't worry, I'm not going back to sleep after that.
This isn't the first time you've had nightmares, man. What's going on?
It's the whole reason It's the whole reason I got you on. I tried to following you guys. The blood plague. My friend, he's turned into a monster of swords. He was right in front of my eyes. I had to destroy him, and he just kind of puts his hand in his face and kind of just starts muttering more words, but not really comprehensive.
Hey. Bron's gonna put one hand under your shoulder. Listen, man. We're all haunted by visions of our past. It's what we do in the present that defines who we are. Don't beat yourself up over mistakes, buddy.
He's just gonna nod and lean himself against the wall.
Oh, ain't that topical. You read it already. I know it. I know you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you only take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Is everyone going to try and get back to sleep after that? Because Bron, I would say, roll perception.
Perception. 20.
Like I said, you guys let him scream for quite a bit while you were thinking about it.
Maybe 30, 45 minutes later, after Drone wakes up from his nightmare screaming. Bron, how are you on watch? Are you just chilling in the same way Kleeck did, just near the ladder and entrance and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you kind of just hang out near the entrance, you can hear shuffling outside. It's still dark. Although it is, you can see outside that it is starting to lighten a little bit in the very, very earliest pre-dawn gloom. But you hear some movement outside. It doesn't sound close to the hole. It doesn't sound close to the place that Humphrey came in. But it sounds like something big is moving out there. Kind of scraping, rooting around a little bit. gets closer. That can sound doesn't really sell it well, but okay. And eventually, you do actually hear it get closer and closer to the hole. There is a beast outside of the cave that you are in.
Nobody move. Don't make a sound.
Drone's gonna kind of lift his head, but like just kind of nod.
Please, everyone, roll, if you're awake, roll stealth. With advantage.
Thank God.
Oh no, Drone, you got a 0.
What the fuck? I don't know why I'm doing this. Let me just press the actual stuff button.
Yeah, just like roll keys, buddy.
Oh, I see what I did. D2,
Mm.
D20.
You know, if this were able to take recursive code, it would just decide whether or not to do 1 or 2 d20. So each d would be the significator for a new random based on the number of random before. So I got stealth from Bron and Drone. I believe Kleeck is asleep and Leon is back asleep. So yeah, Bron and Drone, and you're going to hear the creature outside of the entrance get closer, and you're going to hear the sniffing and the rooting around to get next to the hole. And Bron, you can actually, both of you, you're both awake and kind of near the entrance. You can kind of smell the hot breath pushed into the. It smells pretty rancid. And after a moment, it sounds like the creature loses interest. And you hear the footsteps start to recede. I'll tell you this, by one. By one.
Nice.
Those GM rolls. Well, in any case, the rest of your shift passes without incident.
You know, it's funny. Tomorrow, I'm presumably not going to be blind, but I'm still going to have disadvantage on all my checks.
Not your attack rolls, at least, in that case. But I'm pretty sure you're blind until you get the sickness cured.
Bro's gonna
I got
get
it,
us with
yeah.
some, let's
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you get some lesser restoration prepared on this long
That
rest.
spell has a gold component.
Oh,
Lesser restoration has a gold component?
No, it doesn't.
I believe so. Or was that greater?
It's
You're thinking of greater,
no,
I think.
Yeah, greater restoration. That's what you're thinking of. Lesser restoration
Oh,
doesn't have
yeah.
any components.
Excellent.
Wait,
Excellent.
doesn't it have
excellent.
verbal or somatic? It just happened.
It's verbal
Oh, yeah, it's
somatic,
verbal and somatic, yeah.
but no material components that cost money. All right. Bron, Drone, anything else you want to do in your shift now that you have evaded?
Drone's looking to stay awake, but he's not doing anything.
Bron's gonna go to sleep after his
All right.
watch.
Humphrey wakes up for his watch and will be on watch.
I guess I'll also heal back a hit die.
Sure. Cool. 2 HP.
Here's my perception.
You fail.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
A -13. Ooh, you find a nice pet.
You want me to describe the inside of the cave to you?
He just kind of like looks up at the ceiling. No, just go ahead and do your job. He's like looks really tired.
Why don't you try and get some sleep, friend?
I can't. Whenever that nightmare happens, I never sleep. It's just how it is.
Oh, gee. That sounds really rough.
This is why you give your NPCs the sleep spell. Too bad. Go back to bed.
Well,
Sleep only
nameless voice. I don't know no magic, so it's a little tough for me. But thanks for the tip. All right, and so Humphrey just kind of quietly is on watch for a while. In the morning, after watch is over, nothing really happens during Humphrey's watch, and when everyone wakes up, it looks like Bron has to go do something for 5 minutes, but he is going to cast Lesser Restoration on Leon and Drone. So, Leon, since you were named first, you no longer are blind. You can see again. And 6 seconds later, Drone, you can no longer you are no longer blind. You now can see again. Ooh, that almost sounded weird. So,
he just kind of rubs his eyes and he kind of blinks a lot and is like, man, I'm still really tired. I might as well be blind still.
Okay. Well, that's one problem solved.
Oh,
Now we
Mr.
have two.
Mr. Birdman, let me just say, that is a mighty fine-looking bow. Did you make that last night?
Yep.
Could you do me one?
Do you know how to use one?
Oh, yeah, I was using one earlier.
Give
I
me an
got some-
hour.
I got some spare thread.
I have the rope.
You got bowstrings? I do too.
Just give me a little bit to work on one.
Sounds good. I'll be waiting with bated breath.
I will get to work.
Roll to craft.
By the way, when I was doing my
More
whole carnival thing,
mediocre.
was I loud?
Gonna take a
Go
little
ahead
while.
and roll with advantage as he sees you struggling and comes over
Sorry,
to help.
my mic unplugged, so my mic
No, you're
unplugged.
fine.
I may have missed some of that.
I will repeat myself. That is quite all right. Go ahead and roll with advantage. As Humphrey sees you struggling, he comes over to help. No, see, you gotta whittle when you don't have a lot of resources.
He helps a little bit.
No, see,
Yeah.
that'll.
At that point, it's passable enough. It's just
It'll work,
slow,
but
and
it's
the
not
best.
quite good. Yeah, it takes a little longer. You used up your best resources already. You didn't have much to work with.
I didn't plan to make
Yeah.
2 bows.
Exactly. So it's serviceable at best, but you feel that on a poor roll, it might break.
You got any arrows?
Well, I have a few left that I carry, and you see that he has a quiver with like 16 arrows in it.
All right, you're fine.
Yeah, it should be good. Thank you, friend. That's mighty fine craftsmanship. For so little, I mean, of course, it's not laminated or anything. Yeah, you know, all the compound materials, but it's whew. You got real talent.
Well,
What's that?
it's the core of my tribe.
What's that? What's that there? He points at the bow that you whittled for yourself last night.
An old saying.
Yeah, it's looks like chicken scratch to me. Don't. Sorry.
I'd like to read it. I can read Eric Cochran.
What
Well,
is it?
in some ways, that's pretty much what it is.
I suppose it is.
Well,
What
let me just.
What does it? Yeah. What does it say, Kleeck? That Drone
me-
can read with
let
his
me
new
copy
eyes
and
that can
paste.
see.
Let me copy and paste.
Drone, read with your special eyes. Yeah,
I
Bron,
give a
that's tough.
look to Drone as I see him reading it, because I know he can read it.
That's tough,
Does
Bron.
John have
'Cause you,
average adept for like true reading?
no,
No, he just knows Ara Cochran.
he's just cool like that.
That's just such a weird language to learn.
I think he also knew an Ara Cochran was in the party.
It was kind of a cheating meta decision when I made the character, but I worked in my backstory. I knew Eric Cochran.
I mean, honestly, that's the easiest and simplest way to do it. I also knew someone else who knew that thing and learned it from them. Easy. Done.
That you're calling it Eric Cochran. It's Eric Cochran.
It's actually
Erica.
Oren, right? Or is the language?
No. Orin and Ara Cochran
Ah, right.
are two separate languages. I know
right,
both.
that's right.
Ara
That's right.
Cochran is
So-
unique to Ara Cochran's. Orin is the language of the elemental air.
Yeah, that's where I got the confusion real quick, and it's also because I see them on your sheet, so they're like synonymous for me. So I look at them and I'm like, oh yeah, they both go together. No,
Okay,
they
well,
don't.
I had a question. It didn't hit me like till 10 minutes. But when I was doing my whole fake crying thing, was I allowed during that? I hope I didn't wake anyone up. Well, obviously not you guys, but I'm like, I hope I didn't piss off my neighbors.
Well, what can you do?
All right.
You were fine. It didn't blast me out. So we are at the next morning. I'm guessing Bron is still gone at the moment, but we have a plan then. You wanted to go back up the mountain, but look, you made a new bow already. Are you sure you still?
I
need
am
that
going
upgrade?
to give this man the deadliest death glare I have ever given anyone.
He roll intimidate.
Do I get advantage because it's my bow?
You do. You needed it.
I wish it wasn't, because I would have laughed so hard.
For me, I feel like it is completely appropriately thematic that Kleeck gets intimidation to protect his bow. Gets advantage for intimidation to protect his bow. He has been singularly focused on it for 52 sessions now.
It's kind of like my entire thing.
Give me an estimate. How much gold do you spend so far on that bow?
A lot.
So I think it's less the gold even than it is because he started without it, and it was in lockup, and there was kind of a deliberate choice by the party to go after their locked up goods. So he found his stringless longbow staff and carried it with him, and then it was, oh, I have my longbow that I've had since I was like a kid, that I built for myself, and and then he had to go and he I think for a while he had a crossbow string attached to it, which is of course different weight and gauge and everything. So like he was
spent a long time just trying to get it to full function.
Yep, he had to get his longbow working, and then he was like, how can I make it stronger and better even? So then he started spending money on enchanting it. Yeah,
and I put like a lot of gold into getting a +2 for it.
Also some effort because he had to go hunting for like herbs. He helped with a garage sale.
That is
doing
amazing.
A solid 70% of what Kleeck has done in this campaign is for this bow.
I can't wait for someone to throw it into a fire.
You know, because
the giant used it as a freaking toothpick.
Yeah, a giant did use it as a toothpick last session.
One of those little flossing things. He used it as floss, and I'm going to skin him.
And the meat landed on Caimen's head.
This is Kleeck's gonna go down to chaotic evil very soon to that giant.
And it's all because he's upset with his bow's mistreatment. You guys are underground. I'm waiting for Bron to return. So Bron, if you are here, please go. I'm here.
Hello, I'm here.
Cool. So here we are. Any plans? Anyone have any idea of what we should do now. It's just morning out there. It's foggy as shit. We could probably sneak back to the foot of the mountain. We're just outside of that weird no fog bubble thing.
No,
I wanna
to go back
go
up.
after Caimen. By the way, guys.
Yeah, we gotta go
while I
after the
was-
captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
while
have
I
a
was
captain to save.
on top of that giant. I just gotta say, I looked into that giant's eyes, and it seems like it was possessed by some kind of magic. It seems like it was influenced by somebody.
So not only are they giants, we got cult shit. Great.
It
Great,
actually
my
was
favorite.
danger.
What do we know about aboleths?
What was that?
What do I know about aboleths?
Real history.
There we go.
I will also roll history.
So a 17 minus 20.
3 and a
Why
14.
minus 20?
I'll roll
Yeah,
history as well.
Drone, is your history minus 20?
I don't know shit.
Yes.
Well,
On this roll.
What?
then you don't know anything about aboleths.
Because I've been outside of my village for like 3 years max.
Well, see, but that's not what this means. History literally means, do you know about stuff, whether it's folk stories or oral tradition or that one thing that you heard once in passing, but now it comes to mind because it's actually relevant. Like, so you rolled a 17. What's your actual history modifier? You can choose to fail if that's what you're saying, but like, I'm just saying, you may have heard something about them at anywhere in your life, wherever you were raised, anywhere. It's just it's about meeting the DC threshold if you want to attempt it.
I'm gonna choose to fail, but even if I
That's fine.
kept this, I'd have to roll this at disadvantage too, because
You're exhausted, hard to
Yeah.
remember. No worries. If you choose to fail, choose to fail. So
Choose to fail.
Leon with a 14 can't recall anything in particular about. I mean, so as far as tentacled sea monsters or water monsters that you've heard of before, not to draw things together, you're currently thinking mind control of some kind, maybe, watery monster with tentacles. You've maybe heard of krakens. I mean, you know that there's definitely a different ocean monsters, but I wouldn't say that you've heard of aboleths. You maybe know that there's just lots of tentacled sea monsters, but you don't know specifically about this one.
Maybe whatever that thing was in the caves, maybe we need to look into that more. What did you say happened while you were on top of it, Bron? You said it looked hazy-eyed?
Yeah, and it asked me something in common. It asked
Now
me
that's interesting.
if it was asking me a question about Caimen. If I wanted to kill him or save him. And I answered that I wanted to save him. I wanted to save him from you, I said to this giant. And the giant told me that Caimen would betray us. He'd betray us all. And then he threw me away.
I wish I could say I was surprised by anything he said, regardless of whether he's telling the truth. It
I
doesn't
mean,
seem
this
out of
thing's some like
character.
possessed mind creatures thing. I don't think we should really believe that, you know?
So
Could be true, could be not, could be an educated guess, but can it... I'm gonna ask you all one thing. I know some of you haven't known him as long, and some of us, I'm looking at Bron, have. Does it seem at all out of character for him to serve his own interest?
I probably know better than anybody that Caimen would rather serve his own interests than any of us, but at the same time,
His loyalty comes with the price of loyalty. He's loyal to those who are loyal to him.
I don't know. He seemed a right good fella when I chatted with him before. Seemed to be kind of
Hey,
close with that
Kleeck, you
elf
know,
lady.
like, you know your bow's probably with Caimen. You know that, right?
I know. That's the only reason I care about going there.
Ah, well, all right then. Let's go then. And he's happy. He's got his sight. He's starting to march up the ladder. Does anybody fall behind?
yeah, Bron's going up the ladder as well. We gotta get that ring back.
All right.
Caimen along with it, I guess.
One by one, climb up the ladder. Roll perception.
Look how good I am at a perception.
Yes.
That is unfortunately not an advantage. That is at disadvantage.
That's quite all right.
Biggest thing about disadvantage is seeing all the missed crit chances. Well, this one really I would have rolled the 11 first, so it didn't matter.
So, Kleeck, Bron, Leon, and Dron all got their rolls through. Perfect. So, Bron, you will actually not see it either, so that's just unfortunate. But then you will, because as you all climb out of the cave and sort of get your bearings, you take a look around, and it's very, very, very foggy. It's that very thick fog that you were in before. It is super early morning still. In this dense fog where you are, you can tell that it's like the morning twilight. You know what I mean? It's pre-dawn, just barely dawn. And you can't see much. So as you kind of all come out of the hole together, Humphrey closes the hatch behind all of you, and then disappears from view as he closes it. Comes out of the little halfling hole that he went in, underneath the big rock between the cleft and the hills. And as he kind of takes a few steps over, you all kind of feel the earth move underneath you a little bit, and a rumbling as the large boulder that this shelter was kind of like built underneath starts to move.
Oh no.
And as you look, the boulder slowly shifts, and with a crack, what looks like an arm kind of reaches out of it and plants itself on the ground and starts to push up. And you see this boulder start to sort of unbend from this fetal shape that it had been in. And from the boulder, you get this large fellow.
Shit.
Well, fuck.
And he just starts stretching in front of you, seemingly unaware of your presence.
Can I tell what kind of crap
what the
this
hell?
And he turns, and as he turns around, you see this stone-bearded stone giant made of stone turn, and with an expression of a little bit of bewilderment, turn and say, "Oh, you are the ones sniffing after last night."
And who are you?
I am Alrumalok. Some call me the Rumbling Sentry. What brings such small ones to the Vale of the Quiet Sister?
Well, we were just trying to pass through.
A
But then,
buddy of ours has gotten himself way too deep in it, so we gotta go get him.
He kind of looks back and forth at the two of you slowly. Just passing through
That was the
Deep.
original intention.
in it. He looks off into the sky, kind of turning in the direction of where the mountain would be. Maybe, probably. You know it's that direction. You just can't see it right now in the fog. Something has happened to my people.
Scavenging.
Yeah, we've
Yes.
noticed
I've seen
that
it
glassy-eyed look.
like they're possessed by something.
Yeah. You have seen it too. What have they done to you?
They
Well, they stuck us in a cave, tried to feed us to a fish monster, kidnapped our captain, air quotes.
Hey, by your people, do you mean like the giants, or they don't look exactly quite like you do?
The stone giant man, who actually does stand a little bit taller than some of these other giants, kind of squats down on his haunches and then slowly teeters back and falls onto his butt with a rumble. And he's kind of sitting there like crisscross applesauce, like he is in the image. And he's like, "Perhaps not, but they are my people."
Ah, my apologies.
Yeah, we'll end in a moment. A fish monster, you said.
Well, more like a squid one. It's got a bunch of tentacles.
yeah. It's
Wait, it
like,
had
Big
tentacles?
eye.
like a shark with tentacles, like a squid shark.
You have seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in a cave.
Or at
up
least
the
an
Thing
hill.
illusion
made
of it.
poison water,
Something
blinding the
that
shit
looks
out of
like
me.
it. Whenever it got attacked, it immediately disappeared.
I have seen this too. It hides
In fact,
in the mountain's reservoir.
guys, there wasn't any splashes. It sent some illusory duplicate at us. So the real thing is in a reservoir?
The glacier at the top of the mountain.
That explains the ice.
My people have long developed the mountain for our purposes. It is not the same as other mountains.
Is there anything special about the glacier, the ice?
It is present throughout the mountain.
And I've seen it regrow after being broken. Quite quickly.
Hmm?
When we were in the cave, we broke some of the ice, letting water flow through, and within less than a minute, it had frozen right back over. Or at least it had gone most of the way.
That is curious. I did not know of this property. The shaper for my clan, Strylus, She knows this art to shaping water and stone.
Fascinating. Alright. Wait, how long have you said you've been developing this mountain?
Giants live a long time.
But how long? I'll look at him. How long were you developing this mountain?
I have not been here since the creation of this home. I am a traveler and am merely visiting. He kind of glances back over. And now they will not allow me inside. I would say this mountain has been a home to the stone giants for... He kind of thinks for a moment. Roughly 800 turns of the sun.
How long is a turn of the sun? Is that to say, times the sun is seen, or revolutions around it?
The bird understands with his second try.
800 years.
He nods.
Drone's so confused. Yo, I wasn't very good at this stuff in math class, okay?
There's
He's
a
saying
reason
they've
I simplified it to years for you.
Yeah, he's saying they've been here a long time. Which means this creature
I
was
could live
probably
20
in
lives
the
and I wouldn't be around that long.
Okay. Whatever it is, it's taken hold of them. And we have to get up there to get him.
Hey, yo, Stone Giant, you gonna come and help us with that?
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun.
Please double 20s.
Actually, that would have
Not
been a
bad.
straight roll because I'm I'm exhausted.
Oh,
I do not know if I can stand against my people. I did not come to fight them. I came to see history. There is a prophecy that one will come from the sky and save the quiet sister. When I arrived, I did not know there was a problem. And now that I have been banished, I do not know how to solve it. Perhaps you, small bird, are the one from the sky.
Bron looks at Kleeck.
I came here the same way as you guys. I'm just traveling. I just want my bow back.
Hey, yo, maybe what he's saying is like we gotta fix the problem to get your bow back because we ain't getting past those giants. I don't know, unless we want to coup de grace all of them. I don't think we beat giants, yo, especially without a captain.
If you are already in conflict with my people, but you do not start it and you do not wish it, and you are peaceful with me, even if they do not wish to see me, I will go with you. If they attack any of us, I will stand with you, and together we will find out what has happened, and we may be able to save my people.
Fuck yeah.
I hope we can help you. But if I'm being dead honest, I cannot guarantee anything. And if we aren't able to help, we're going to have to go. If I see any avenging angels, I'll send them this way.
Was that a vote to help, or
We'll try.
that's
I'm
fair?
saying that we will try, but if we can't, we're not gonna stick around to keep trying.
That's fair. Have any of you explicitly said they have one of our?
Yes, we've mentioned. I explicitly
I know
mentioned
you've.
they kidnapped.
I know you've.
They
Oh yeah.
kidnapped him.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. My
Yes,
people
right.
have no use for prisoners. I do not know what they would have done with you, let alone what they intend with this captain.
Oh, yo, that
Calls
captain's
himself.
got like a ring. It is like super magical, yo. I think they want that.
Everyone wants the damn ring.
I'm going to have a Rumalok roll insight as you mention an object of. Some people just can't keep their damn mouths shut.
Right.
I have
Damn.
no interest in keeping it shut.
So,
Of course you don't, Squawky.
yep, that's fine. Okay. So at this point, we're 6 minutes past where we, or 8 minutes past where we normally end our session. And
I do
we have
need to be going.
agreed to ally
Mhm.
with Arumalok, the rumbling sentry, the stony stone giant of stone, on an attempt to go back to the Quiet Sister and spring your kidnapped Captain Caimen, along with potential eventual help, maybe, from the still missing Reka and Brightleaf. And that is where we will end for tonight. So let me go ahead and hit the end recording button. Bye, everyone who's watching.